Okay, now that I've told you what you're going to do, I just want to give you a few quick tips on how to get started on this project. You're going to want to create a folder and save everything, all of your images and your HTML file in a single folder. So I'm just going to do that on my desktop. And I'm going to call it my last name, if it will let me rename it. I have the hardest time renaming files on this computer for some reason. Here we go, let's see. First initial and then final project, I think. I could be wrong. All right, and then I've got Sublime Text Editor is what I'm using, so I can use some shortcuts. Right now I have an untitled file, and since Sublime doesn't know it's going to be an HTML file, it can't really help me. So I'm going to go ahead and save it as let's do index HTML, and then make sure it goes inside the folder. All right, so now Sublime Text Editor knows that it's an HTML file. I can type the first bracket and hit tab. Ain't that wrong? Tab. There you go. And it builds the structure for you. So you've got your head and the body sections in here. And I wanted to show you some shortcuts or where to find the code for it. You know, you're creating this table. First, you're going to have a title. So this will be final project, and it doesn't specify anywhere what it is. Oh, sorry, lied. Title 1 and heading should be what I learned in CTI 10. So let me change that. You can tell, obviously, I did not create this project, so I'm learning too. All right, and that's also going to be your heading 1, so that headings go in between the body tags. H1, what I learned in CTI 110. All right, and then a heading to welcome to my portfolio page. All right, and then you have to put a table in here. And what I wanted to show you was where to get that. If you go back to the Moodle page, the section, hold on, let me make this a little bit wider. The very first, no, sorry, it's the second HTML, Advanced HTML, the HTML links, tables, and comments lesson. It is page 3, has got a table, and let me see if it will let me. Yep, I'm gonna do some copy and pasting. So Control C is what I clicked on my keyboard, and let's see if it'll paste it right. I might have to do some, yeah, I'm gonna have to do some indenting and clean it up so the code is legible. And notice this is a 3-column table. So I'm going to get rid of that third table head. And that will end our first table row. All right, and the column names. Let me look at the project sheet again. Yeah, there is no heading. So I'm just going to completely get rid of this table heading row. So I'm just deleting all that and starting with table body. Okay, and the first row is going to be, hold on, let me switch over here. The first row is going to be about HTML, the second row is going to be about CSS, third is JavaScript, fourth is SQL, and there's 2 columns. So we're going to have a table row. You know, you can get rid of the table body. If you're not doing table head, you don't really need a T body. You can just do table, table row, and then table data. Those are the only tags you need. And we're only going to have 2 columns, so there'll only be 2 table datas in each one. All right, and just to make this easier on me, I'm going to get rid of all of that and just copy this once I fix it. All right, so this one, the first table data, I'm going to put, I'm just going to put the word HTML. I'm going to have to go back in and make it say all of this stuff. But for now, just to fill it in, I'm going to make it say HTML picture. So that's the first row. Copy, and I'm going to copy and paste it 3 times. So we have 4 rows, 1 table row, HTML. This is going to be about CSS. And the CSS picture. And then this one will be about JavaScript. And then the last one is SQL. Struggling typing here. All right, and so far I haven't put any CSS in here. So let's go ahead and put that in our heading. And those go between style tags. All right, and I'm going to style the table so you can see it. By default, it doesn't have a border, so I want to set the table border. So I'm going to do table, comma, table row, comma, table data. So everything in my table will have this rule, and it's a curly bracket. And I'm going to do the shortcut here for border. Instead of doing border style, border color, border width, all of those, you can just do border and then put them all on one. So colon, and let's do solid, 2 pixels, black. Let's see if that works. And it's got the semicolon at the end. All right, so let me save this. I'm Control S and see what I've got here. And open it with Chrome. Okay, so it has leaves work to be done, but you can at least see how the structure is. So go ahead and use that HTML extras file, which you can find in the advanced HTML section, to get your code. And copying and pasting code is fine. That's going to be something you'll do a lot. And once you've got the structure built up, then you can go back into the final project assignments and start putting some of this actual